this video, I'm going to show you how every quiz is actually a product recommendation quiz. My name is Josh. I'm the co-founder at Interact. We are the original quiz builder. And for 12 years now, we've been building quizzes. And in that time, I've seen lots and lots and lots of iterations of creating a quiz. But the one that it always comes back to is that every quiz is a product recommendation quiz. There's two different ways to go about this. There's the very direct way, and there's the more indirect way. Within the indirect way, there's various approaches you can take to that. But I want to show you some examples so that you can see how every quiz that's built that's successful is actually a product recommendation quiz, even though you might not be able to know that from looking at it. But once you see, it'll make a lot of sense. Okay, let's start with the one that's obviously a product recommendation quiz on the coaching/course creation side. I'm going to show you two sets of examples, coaching and course creation, and then e-commerce. Those are the biggest industries that use quizzes, so we're going to run through these. And we'll start with the obvious one. So this is Mama Stay Fit. They have a variety of courses, and you take the quiz to figure out which one is right for you. So how can Mama Stay Fit support you? Take quiz. You answer questions about where you are, and as you're answering these questions on the back end, it's filtering which course they're going to recommend to you. There's the email capture that is standard on a lot of these quizzes. I'm going to skip it. And then I'm shown on-demand workouts are right for me, and I can explore the program. There's a button to go look at that. You can see what this looks like here. So that's very obviously a product recommendation quiz where the product is a course. The product could also be a coaching program, and that's the obvious case. Now, the less obvious case is from Kay Putnam. Kay's had this really great quiz for a very long time, and this one is a brand archetype quiz. So take the quiz, and you're going to find your brand personality. What's your brand personality? Now, at first, you might be like, well, this isn't a product recommendation quiz. It's a personality quiz. It's a very common mistake that gets made. And honestly, once you make that mistake, it's hard to undo it, because once you're thinking about just personality, then you try to put the products back in at the end and it's funky. But the way that it works is each personality type within one of these quizzes, or if you're doing an assessment to figure out what level someone's at, each level or each personality type has a product or products that are best for that personality or are best for that level. This is within the coaching and course creation. It's fairly similar, honestly, within e-commerce, where it's like, what level of something are you? Okay, you're the beginner. Here's the right product. What's your personality? Oh, you're flamboyant. Here's the product, right? So that's how that works. So I'm going to go through this. What's your brand's biggest strength? Relating to others, imagination, empowering others, what person feels most in line. I'm just going to click through this quickly, because what we're really interested in is how this personality quiz, which is very obviously a personality quiz, describe your brand's personality, what types of content. I'm going to show you how this connects up to products. So I'm going to go through the whole thing, 13. It's a great quiz, by the way. Definitely recommend taking it. There's an email opt-in form. I'm going to put in my email because it's always fun to go back through Kay's email sequence because it's really good. See my results. I'm royalty and royalty brand archetype. What is the royalty brand archetype? And then I'm going to show you how you can see that this links up to a masterclass for this archetype. So it's actually linking to products that are specifically for me based on my archetype. Brand fluency, I can opt in to learn more. So there is a product here. This is still a product recommendation quiz. Enroll now, brand archetype, learn more, free archetype masterclass, right? There are products being recommended here. Now, it doesn't have to be different products for each personality type. You could be recommending the same product for each personality type, but framing it in a way where it's like, you're this personality and here's how my course could be helpful to you. That's one of the ways that quizzes are super powerful, is that you can frame one product for different personality types. So there are multiple products for multiple personality types. There's one product for multiple personality types. There's multiple products for different assessment levels. And then there's one product for different assessment levels. So if you're doing different personality types for each product, it's like, here's your personality and here's the product that's right for you. If you're doing the same product with different personalities, it's you are this personality and here's how the product can help you, but it's the same product. If you're doing different products for different assessment levels, you say you're this level, so here's a product for you at that level. If you're doing the same product for different levels, you say you're this level and here's how the product can help you, even though it's the same product for each level. So there's different scenarios there. Now, jumping over to the e-commerce side, I want to show you both the obvious and the non-obvious case again. The first one is the obvious one. This is from Henry's House of Coffee. There is a Discover Your Coffee Match quiz. This is very directly about finding coffee. Coffee matchmaker. Get started. Very obvious. You answer these questions and they're very straightforward, to the point. And at the end, you're going to be shown your product picks. So in this case, there's 1, 2, 3 that are right for me because I got medium and nutty based on your answers. So that's the obvious case. The non-obvious case within e-commerce is to do a personality quiz. So this is from Common Era. You can take the goddess quiz. What ancient goddess are you? Now, I answer the questions. There's 8, 1, 2, 3, 4. And these are, again, like very personality type questions. But at the end of this, once I put in my email, see my results, I'm shown your Medusa, about you, about Medusa, and here's the products under the Medusa collection. So I'm being shown products still. This is still a product recommendation quiz, but it's based on my personality type. Now, within e-commerce, there's also other types of quote unquote personalities. Like you can do a skin type quiz where it types you and then recommends products based on that, where it's not directly which skin cream is right for you, it's what your skin type. But in all those cases, it's figuring out which type you are, whether that type is a personality or something about you. And then based on that, it's recommending products. So you can go the indirect route or the direct route, whether you're doing e-commerce or you're doing coaching or courses. The difference is how direct the questions are and how direct the answers are, where if you're going personality or assessment style, you first focus on showing them their personality or their assessment level, and then you introduce the products. If you're going directly to the products, then the outcomes are literally just going to be the products, or there'll be a category of products. And it's very straightforward, and everything is just about those products. So every quiz that's successful in the long term is a product recommendation quiz. Whether you're recommending one course or one coaching program, or multiple courses or multiple coaching programs, or you're recommending one e-commerce product or a bunch of e-commerce products, at the end of the day, whether you're doing an assessment, a personality style quiz, or just a straight up product matchmaker quiz, it's always going to be a product recommendation quiz. It's really important to remember, because if you think about it through that framing, and we're building our AI assistant in this way too, if you think about it in that framing, then it makes everything easier, where it's like, I need to think about how my course splits into 4 personalities so that I can recommend the same course to all 4 of those personalities. Or you can say, I offer 3 different levels of coaching, so I need to figure out what level somebody's at. Or you say, I offer one type of coaching to everybody, but it's still important to me to know where they're at so I can frame how I can be helpful in the context of where they are today. Hopefully that's helpful to think through how every quiz is actually a product recommendation quiz. If you don't think about it this way, the value of the quiz goes way down, because you want the quiz to be recommending products. You want it to be selling for you. You don't want it to just be collecting leads, although it's great at that, but you do want it to also be selling on the back end. And the way to do it is to think about, how do the products fit into the quiz from the very beginning.